The Holy Spirit and the creation. The creation is generally ascribed to God in the Bible without distinction of person. Now, usually we find references such as Lord created or God created, but occasionally there are exceptions to this. For example, in John concerning Jesus Christ, it notes that all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. John chapter 1 verse 3. Now we know that Jesus Christ also was prominent in creation. Now in the Old Testament, there are several passages that suggest the Holy Spirit's involvement with the creation. We see this in Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. And the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And here Moses said that the Spirit hovered over the unformed matter and over the waters. Now, if this is a reference to direct creation by God, we still have the Spirit active in the work. Now, it is in Isaiah where we see the Spirit is identified with creating the work of God. Isaiah chapter 40 verses 12 to 14. Who had measured the waters in the hollow of his hand, and meted out the heavens with the span, and comprehended the dust of the earth in the measure, and weighed the mountains in the scales, and the hills in the balance? Who had directed the Spirit of the Lord, or been his counselor, had taught him? With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed him the way of understanding? So through this verse, we see that it is the Holy Spirit that is associated with creating work. The Holy Spirit is so great that to describe his handiwork is to say that he took all of the dirt of the earth and placed it in a little balance, a divine balance. And he is so great that it is he who is responsible for creation. Now by his Spirit he had garnished the heavens and hath formed the crooked serpent. Job 26:13. In this verse, Job said that in creating the work he had done by God through the Spirit, and the Spirit of God had made me and breathed of the Almighty that had given me life. Job 33:4. Now we see from these verses that the Holy Spirit is identified in the creation of the universe, and he is also identified in the creation of man.